Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In this video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're a big Lakers fan. We're going to be talking about the Lakers roster and talking about the perfect center that I believe the Lakers should sign when it comes to finalizing their roster. The Lakers right now only have two centers, Dwight Howard and Marc Gasol, and I do believe signing one more would solidify a great championship team. So if you're a big Lakers fan and want to know who I'm talking about, you're gonna love this. Let's get into it. The biggest conversation about the Lakers right now is how their new look roster is kind of old. Of course, their best player is LeBron James, and I don't doubt he's gonna get any worse. He's still gonna be one of the best players in the NBA this year, but the supporting cast of the Lakers are still pretty old. Most of the Lakers roster is either between the age of 31 to 37. Trevor Ariza's 36, Carmelo Anthony's 36, Marc Gasol is also 36, and some Laker fans are now arguing and wondering how they're gonna play on those transition. These guys are kinda old. Can they keep up with Russell Westbrook? We all know Russell Westbrook is fast, he's a fast break starter, always running to the basket. Will age be a negative factor? The Lakers right now have 3 available roster spots, and NBA fans everywhere believe they're gonna be targeting younger players with these spots. And in my opinion, I agree. For this video, I'm going to be talking about one center that I believe will be perfect behind Dwight Howard and Marc Gasol. Those guys are both older centers, and I believe with his youth and young attitude, this player could be a big contribution to a Lakers championship run, but also the future of the Lakers. We're going to be talking about Harry Giles. I believe he's going to be a great target. If you guys don't know who Harry Giles is, he's a 23-year-old center that played last year for the Portland Trail Blazers and was the 20th overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft, the same draft class as Jason Tatum and Bam Adebayo. Harry Giles spent most of his NBA career on the Sacramento Kings, but I'm gonna be honest, with the Kings being a rebuilding team, we weren't able to truly see Harry Giles in a winning opportunity, or simply get enough minutes to show the NBA what he's worth. As of right now, he's one of those NBA centers that are being looked down upon, and maybe he won't even get a roster spot next year, but in my opinion, the Lakers should use this opportunity to sign Harry to a minimum contract, but also get the best Harry we've ever seen. In the 2017 NBA draft, Harry Giles was a very popular top prospect. His size, his body, and athletic ability made so many NBA teams that he could be a great center. But what's very special about Harry Giles is his playmaking. He's a pretty good passing big man. When talking about his defense, Harry is not known to be a great or an elite defender, but he's a pretty good one. He brings high energy to the floor, and when he plays the game, he plays with passion and a hunger that not a lot of young players have. When talking about last season, he played in 38 games and averaged about 9 minutes and 3 points. But I do believe if he played more, Harry could be a pretty solid big. When Yusuf Nurkic sat out last year, Harry got a lot of minutes behind Enes Kanter, and there were signs he was showing the NBA that he could be a pretty good 3-point shooter. He averaged about 35% behind the 3-point line when Yusuf was out. When talking about the inside presence, Harry Giles is a pretty good finisher. He has a pretty good touch near the rim, and is simply great for those fast break alley-oop situations, especially if Russell Westbrook is with him. We saw last season when talking about Russell Westbrook and the Wizards, he was able to make Daniel Gafford a pretty good center. A young center be athletic and simply be a star in his role. And with Russell Westbrook being a great leader when it comes to young players, I do believe Russell Westbrook and LeBron James could simply help Harry Giles in his development, as Harry right now kind of need a new fresh start and of course a new outlook. I do believe the biggest thing for Harry Giles though is to be more aggressive down in the paint and simply be more aggressive on the defensive end. Bring his offensive passion and energy to the defense. If he can do that, block more shots, I do believe he can be a great athletic center that gets a lot of minutes, similar to a Bam Adebayo, a center with high energy but also be a great playmaker. Of course, on the Lakers' perspective, I don't expect him to play plus 20 minutes, maybe 5 to 10, but simply be a big factor in it, and if Dwight Howard and Marc Gasol is not cutting it, going younger and playing Harry wouldn't be a bad idea as well. As we speak, the best centers are off the board in free agency, but I do believe Harry is a very under-the-radar target that the Lakers must try to get for a very cheap contract. So what's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do y'all agree with me on this one, or do you believe there's another player the Lakers must target when it comes to their final roster spots? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!
How will I be remembered? I got angels flying.